Of course, my dear, I'm so glad you're here with me today. You've taken a beautiful step just by showing up, by opening your heart to something greater, something more loving and kind. I know there may have been times when you felt weighed down by worries, perhaps about money, your future, or whether you truly deserve the good things in life. I want you to know right now that it's perfectly okay to feel that way. Many of us have been taught to believe that abundance is something far away, something only a few people can have. But I am here to gently remind you that abundance is your birthright. You were born into a world that is rich, full, and overflowing with possibilities. The universe is always ready to provide, but it starts with how you see yourself and the thoughts you hold in your mind. When we think of wealth, so often we limit it to numbers in a bank account or possessions we can count. But true prosperity begins inside, in the quiet moments when you choose to believe, even just a little, that life loves you and wants to support you. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not lacking in any way. The only thing that may have been missing is the understanding that you have the power to welcome abundance by changing how you think and feel about it. Right now, I invite you to take a deep breath with me. As you breathe in, feel the possibility. As you breathe out, release any tension or fear. You are safe here. You are loved. You are supported more than you know. The words we say to ourselves have so much power, more than we often realize. So together, let's say something gentle and true. I am open to receiving all the good the universe has for me. Feel how soft and welcoming that statement is. There's no force, no pressure, just openness. You don't have to know how it will happen. You don't have to figure everything out today. All you need is a willingness to believe that life can be kind, that prosperity can flow to you in expected and unexpected ways. You've already started by being here, by allowing these words to touch your heart. Every time you remind yourself, I am rich and abundant, you are planting a seed. And like any seed, it needs care, patience, and love to grow. There's no need to worry if you don't see changes overnight. Trust that beneath the surface, things are shifting. Your thoughts are creating new pathways, inviting new experiences. You are not alone in this journey. The universe is always listening, always responding to the energy you put out. When you speak to yourself with kindness and affirm your worthiness, you align with the natural flow of abundance. So, my dear, keep breathing, keep believing, and gently remind yourself throughout the day, I am rich, I am abundant, and I am ready to receive all the blessings meant for me. There is great love here for you, always. Many people think of abundance as something outside of themselves, something to chase, something to earn, or something only given to a lucky few. But abundance isn't just about money or material things. It is a feeling, a state of being that comes from within. When you start to notice the beauty around you, the kindness in a smile, the warmth of the sun on your face, you begin to understand that you are already surrounded by riches far greater than you ever imagined. The universe offers abundance in so many forms: love, health, friendships, opportunities, and yes, financial prosperity too. But it flows best when we recognize that it's not limited to just one area of life. If you wake up each day and notice even the smallest blessings, a comfortable bed, a nourishing meal, a moment of peace, you are tapping into that abundant energy. What we focus on grows. When we focus on what we lack, we invite more feelings of lack. But when we focus on the good that is already present, we open the door for more good to enter. You have the power to shift your attention at any moment. It doesn't require big changes or grand gestures. It starts with simple awareness and gratitude. Right now, think of one thing in your life that brings you comfort or joy. It could be as simple as a deep breath or a kind word from a friend. Hold that thought for a moment and let it fill you with warmth. Now, softly affirm to yourself, "I see abundance everywhere I look." These words gently guide your mind to notice the fullness of life that surrounds you. You are never truly without when you learn to recognize the many ways life is offering its gifts. Abundance is not something you need to chase. It's something you align with through your thoughts and feelings. By appreciating what you have, you send a clear message to the universe that you are ready to receive more. This isn't about pretending or ignoring challenges. It's about choosing to see that even within challenges, there are opportunities for growth, support, and unexpected blessings. The more you practice this awareness, the more natural it becomes. Soon you'll find yourself noticing little miracles throughout your day. A helpful hand, a sudden idea, a moment of peace that seems to arrive just when you need it. These are signs that abundance is flowing to you. Each time you acknowledge them, you strengthen that flow. So, my dear, remind yourself often, "I am grateful for the abundance in my life, and more is on its way." Trust that by simply shifting your perspective, you are inviting greater prosperity, happiness, and wealth into every corner of your existence. Life is ready to give to you. All you need to do is open your heart and recognize that you are already standing in the middle of abundance. Your thoughts are like seeds, and whatever you plant will grow. If you plant thoughts of fear, doubt, and limitation, you will see those things appear in your life. But if you choose to plant thoughts of hope, confidence, and prosperity, you will begin to see a very different world unfold before you. The connection between your mind and your life experience is powerful, more powerful than you may have been taught to believe. Every thought you think sends a message to your body, to your emotions, and to the universe. When you worry about money or feel unworthy of success, those thoughts create tension, not only in your mind, but also in your body. You may notice it as a tightness in your chest, a heaviness in your stomach, or a sense of fatigue. This is the mind-body connection at work, showing you how your inner world reflects in your physical state. But here's the beautiful truth. Just as negative thoughts can create discomfort, positive and loving thoughts can bring relaxation, healing, and openness. When you begin to tell yourself, "I am worthy of abundance," your body responds. You might feel a lightness, a sense of calm, or even a spark of joy. These feelings are signs that you are aligning with a healthier, more prosperous energy. It's important to be gentle with yourself as you make this shift. You don't need to force positive thoughts or pretend everything is perfect. Instead, invite new thoughts in, like welcoming a dear friend. When you notice a negative belief arise, simply acknowledge it and choose a kinder thought in its place. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never have enough," you can pause and softly say, "I am open to new sources of income and joy." This isn't about denying your feelings, but about guiding them towards a place of empowerment. One simple practice you can begin today is to stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and say, I deserve to be rich and happy. At first, it might feel strange or uncomfortable, but with time, this small act of self-love can transform how you see yourself and what you believe is possible. Your body listens to every word you speak and every thought you think. When you fill your mind with affirmations of abundance, your entire being begins to relax and trust that good things are coming. This trust creates a sense of peace, and from that peaceful state, you are better able to notice opportunities, make wise decisions, and attract prosperity into your life. Remember, my dear, you are not separate from the flow of life's riches. You are a part of it. Every loving thought you think strengthens your connection to this flow. So be patient, be kind to yourself, and gently repeat throughout your day, I am connected to the endless flow of wealth and well-being. In doing so, you are nurturing not just your mind, but your body and spirit too, creating a foundation where true abundance can grow and thrive. So many of us carry hidden thoughts about money that we don't even realize are there. These thoughts often come from things we heard as children or experiences we've had along the way. Maybe you were told that money is hard to get, or that wanting wealth is selfish. Perhaps you've felt guilty for desiring more, thinking you should just be content with what you have, even if it's not enough. These beliefs settle quietly in the mind, like shadows in the corners of a room, shaping how we see the world and what we believe is possible for us. But my dear, these are just old ideas, not unchangeable truths. You were not born believing in limitation. You learned it, and anything learned can be unlearned with patience and love. Take a moment to think about how you feel when you hear the word money. Do you feel relaxed and open, or do you notice tension, worry, or doubt? This simple awareness is the first step in clearing away those old beliefs that no longer serve you. Imagine your mind as a beautiful garden. Over time, weeds, those limiting thoughts, may have grown, but you have the power to gently pull them out and plant new, vibrant seeds of prosperity. You don't need to judge yourself for having these thoughts. We all have them. What matters is your willingness to release them now and choose a new way of thinking. Each time you notice yourself thinking, I can't afford that, or I'll never be wealthy, pause and breathe. Then softly say to yourself, I release all negative beliefs about money. I am open to prosperity in all forms. These words are like sunlight breaking through the clouds, warming your mind and heart. The more you affirm your freedom from these old patterns, the more space you create for abundance to flow in. It's not about forcing yourself to believe something overnight. It's about gently guiding your thoughts each day, reminding yourself that you deserve to live a rich and fulfilling life. As you continue this practice, you may start to notice subtle changes. Perhaps you'll feel more hopeful, or you'll begin to see opportunities where before there were none. This is a sign that your inner garden is starting to bloom with new, empowering beliefs. Trust this process, my dear. Every time you say, I am willing to release my fears about money, you are taking a powerful step toward the abundant life that is waiting for you. You are not bound by the past. You are free to create a new story, one where wealth, happiness, and peace are your constant companions. When you begin to understand that your thoughts shape your reality, you realize how important it is to choose thoughts that support the life you want to live. A prosperity mindset doesn't mean you ignore challenges or pretend everything is perfect. It means you consciously decide to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. Every day, you have the opportunity to nurture thoughts that invite abundance into your life. Think of your mind as a magnet, gently attracting experiences, people, and opportunities that match the energy you put out. When you dwell on worries and doubts, you draw more reasons to feel stuck. But when you fill your mind with thoughts of wealth, joy, and gratitude, you naturally begin to attract those very things. It's a simple practice, but it requires consistency. Start by noticing the words you use when you talk about your life, especially about money and success. Are your words filled with hope and openness, or do they reflect fear and scarcity? You can begin to shift this by introducing gentle affirmations throughout your day. Words like, "I am a magnet for prosperity and opportunities flow to me with ease," can transform the energy you carry. You don't have to say them perfectly or even believe them fully at first. Just by speaking them, you are planting seeds of change. Another helpful practice is to take a few minutes each day to write down thoughts of abundance. It could be as simple as listing things you appreciate, dreams you're excited about, or affirmations that make you feel empowered. This act of journaling helps to train your mind to look for the good, to expect positive outcomes. Over time, this becomes your natural way of thinking. You'll find that instead of focusing on what's missing, you start noticing all the ways life is supporting you. It's also important to surround yourself with positive influences, whether it's uplifting conversations, books, or even your own inner dialogue. Remember, my dear, you are always listening to yourself. The words you speak inside your mind matter deeply. So be kind, be encouraging, and remind yourself often that abundance is not something distant or difficult. It is already within your reach, waiting for you to claim it with your thoughts and beliefs. Each time you affirm, "I choose thoughts that create a rich and joyful life," you are stepping further into the flow of prosperity. Trust in this gentle process and know that with each positive thought, you are drawing more happiness, wealth, and fulfillment into your world. There is a quiet magic that happens when you begin to truly appreciate what you already have. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for inviting more abundance into your life. When you focus on what's good, no matter how small it may seem, you send a clear message to the universe that you are ready to receive more. It's not about pretending that everything is perfect, but about recognizing the blessings that are already present, even in the simplest forms. A warm cup of tea, a kind word from a friend, a moment of peace. These are all expressions of abundance. When you wake up in the morning, instead of immediately thinking about what's missing or what needs to be fixed, take a moment to say, "I am grateful for this new day and all the opportunities it brings." This small shift can open your heart and mind to see possibilities where before there was only worry. Gratitude changes your perspective. It lifts your energy and aligns you with the natural flow of prosperity. The more you appreciate, the more you will find to appreciate. Throughout your day, pause and notice the little things that bring you comfort or joy. Each time you do, quietly affirm, "I am thankful for the abundance in my life." These simple words carry a powerful vibration that attracts more of what you desire. You don't need to wait for something big to happen to feel grateful. In fact, it's the practice of finding gratitude in everyday moments that builds a strong foundation for lasting wealth and happiness. You might find it helpful to keep a small journal by your bedside or in your bag. At the end of each day, write down a few things you are grateful for. They don't have to be grand or extraordinary. Often it's the gentle, familiar things that remind us how rich our lives already are. This practice not only soothes the mind, but also trains your awareness to focus on abundance rather than lack. When you live in a state of gratitude, you naturally become more receptive to receiving. You begin to trust that life is on your side, that good things are always flowing toward you. And in this trusting, thankful state, you'll notice that new opportunities, connections, and sources of prosperity appear with ease. So, my dear, remember to softly remind yourself, I am grateful for all that I have, and I welcome even more blessings with an open heart. This simple practice can transform your relationship with life and unlock the doors to greater happiness, wealth, and fulfillment. Gratitude is the key that turns your attention toward the richness that is already surrounding you, inviting even more into your experience. As you step into the next part of your journey towards manifesting true prosperity, let's talk about the power of visualization. This is one of the most profound tools you have at your disposal. When you visualize your future, you are not simply imagining a distant possibility. You are actively creating the life you desire. Your mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. So when you visualize yourself living a life of abundance, your subconscious begins to align with that vision. It starts to seek out ways to bring it to you. Think of your mind as a beautiful canvas, and every thought you have is a stroke of paint. The more clearly you can visualize your life, the more detail you can add, the richer and more vibrant your vision becomes. You may start by seeing yourself living in a comfortable home, surrounded by love and happiness. Perhaps you imagine yourself waking up every morning feeling joyful, with financial freedom, enjoying the fruits of your hard work and dreams. Notice how this feels. Allow the feeling of joy, peace, and success to fill you. This is not just wishful thinking. This is powerful, creative energy. When you close your eyes and visualize yourself in this abundant life, feel the emotions as though it is already happening. The more you can feel the joy of living in abundance, the more powerful your visualization becomes. It's not enough to simply see it with your eyes closed. You must feel it with every fiber of your being. Imagine the warmth of the sunlight on your skin, the sound of laughter around you, the feeling of peace and satisfaction in your heart. Your energy will begin to match that vision. And as your energy aligns with this image of prosperity, the universe starts to respond. Opportunities, people, and situations that match this vision will begin to show up in your life. Now here's a small practice for you to make this part of your daily routine. Every day, take a few quiet moments to close your eyes and picture your ideal life. See it as vividly as you can. Don't worry about the details of how it will happen. Just focus on the feeling. When you visualize your abundance, make it feel as real as possible. Let yourself be filled with the sensation of success, happiness, and wealth. Then, softly affirm to yourself, I am living the life I have always dreamed of. I am grateful for my abundant reality. Repeat this practice each day, and soon you will notice how your world begins to shift. Remember, the more you practice, the more natural this will feel. Visualization is a tool, but it is also a way of aligning your thoughts with your desires. It's easy to become discouraged when things aren't happening as quickly as we want. We live in a world where instant results are often expected, and it's easy to fall into the trap of impatience. But my dear, one of the most powerful things you can do is trust the process. Everything unfolds in its own divine timing. There's no need to rush. You are on the right path, and every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your goals. The universe is not in a hurry, and neither should you be. Trust that what is meant for you will come to you when the time is right. When we are patient, we allow things to happen naturally. We stop forcing, we stop stressing, and we start trusting. Trust is one of the most powerful acts of faith you can have. It is saying, I believe that I am worthy of the life I desire, and I trust that it will come to me. With this trust, you are allowing the universe to work in its own beautiful way, bringing to you what you need at the right moment. As you trust the process, let go of any need to control or micromanage. Allow life to surprise you. The more you relax and allow things to unfold, the faster they will come. Remember, abundance is not a race. It is a flowing river that is always available to you. When you try to force it, you create resistance. But when you relax and trust, you open yourself to receive with grace. So, I encourage you to practice trust daily. When you feel doubt creeping in, stop and take a deep breath. Remind yourself, I trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. I am ready to receive all the good that is meant for me. Trust that even if you don't see immediate results, your efforts are working behind the scenes. Keep going, stay open, be patient. Your abundance is on its way. As we wrap up this journey today, remember this: you are already worthy of all the prosperity, joy, and happiness that life has to offer. Abundance is not a distant dream. It is your natural state, waiting to be recognized and embraced. Every step you take towards self-love, self-worth, and self-belief brings you closer to the life you desire. When you start to believe in your own worth, you begin to see your world change. It's all about aligning your thoughts with your dreams, embracing the flow of abundance, and trusting that the universe is always on your side. I want you to repeat this affirmation with me now, slowly and lovingly. I am rich, I am abundant, and I am worthy of all the good that comes my way. Say it like you mean it. Feel the truth of it deep in your heart. The more you say it, the more you believe it, the more your life will reflect it. You are worthy of all the prosperity and abundance life has to offer. Keep planting seeds of positivity, gratitude, and trust, and watch them grow into a life filled with wealth, joy, and endless possibilities. Thank you for allowing me to guide you on this journey. Keep your heart open, trust the process, and remember, you are rich and abundant. And everything you desire is already on its way to you. Keep affirming that truth and watch as it unfolds in ways you never imagined. You are supported. You are loved. You are more than enough.